in a world where consumers have access to a multitude of undifferentiated products, the winners will be the strongest brands that address today's consumer aspirations. So strong brands provide consumers with trust, with innovation, and with service. You know you can rely on the quality of these brands and what they represent. These brands actually stand out from the rest and they gain mindshare globally. So premium brands address what we believe are three fundamental consumer trends. The first one is that people want to be distinctive. People want to affirm their identity, and they do that through what they own: clothes, handbags, watches, jewelry, shoes, etc. People basically buy the brands that are relevant for them. Second big trend is that people want to live exciting and unique moments. They do that through travel, through dining out, through having unique experiences. And finally, people want to live in a healthy and balanced way. And what we see more and more is a trend towards exercising, practicing yoga, buying organic products. Basically, you want to look healthy. So, if you combine the power of a strong brand with consumer deep aspirations, you end up with attractive companies that provide superior growth and superior profitability in a sustainable way. So this is why basically we think premium brands have underlying trends which are very favorable, and it should be a very strong theme for shareholders in the long term. Why Pictet? Well, Pictet offers specialized investment teams that know a lot about their specific topics, about their themes. In the Premium Brands Fund, for example, we have less than 50 companies. We know each of them deeply, and we meet with senior managers of these brands on a regular manner. The other thing Pictet offers is the access to an advisory board. So we have advisory board members that give us twice a year their insights on trends, on competition, on areas of opportunities, and this really gives us an edge because we hear from people directly active in premium brands. And finally, I can also mention the fact that Pictet gives us the ability to brainstorm with colleagues. So we are able to talk to investment managers based in Asia. We are able to talk to our specialists in small cap, in developed equities, etc. Pictet Asset Management definitely promotes this cross-fertilization between colleagues, and this is definitely a plus. So definitely recent trends are very encouraging, and we are very optimistic on premium brands as they are rebounding from a more difficult period. If we just try to remember for a second what happened between 2014 and 2016, premium brands went through a difficult situation where the Chinese consumption decelerated. There were widespread terrorist attacks impacting negatively tourism across the world. And we also had internet disrupting the overall retail sector, including premium brands. So all these conditions led to a serious reset for the sector, and companies really had to adapt. But now this difficult period is definitely behind us. You have companies that are now benefiting from a rise in tourism again, because tourism is definitely back in Europe and in Asia. in particular. Also, you have the Chinese consumers back to double-digit growth. Chinese consumers consume again locally, but also while traveling. And finally, companies have invested in digital, which offers huge growth prospects for the future by selling through internet and by communicating the strengths of your brand through a digital way. So premium brands have now embraced a new idea of luxury. They are more creative. They focus on specialized, personalized service and also on well-being. And by this way, they can address easier the millennials, but also different communities in their unique and distinctive styles. Companies were able to adapt and to capture this evolution, and premium brands are now very strong. They are growing tremendously, not only their sales, but also their profit margins. If you take companies, for instance, with brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Lululemon, Moncler, Estée Lauder, Nike, all of these brands showed tremendous growth in the past 2 years with a very healthy financial situation. The cash flows and the operating margins have reached record levels, and honestly we can say that premium brands have not seen such a healthy financial situation historically. So we have really, we think, at a level of very, very strong financial situation. So if you look at the share prices for premium brands, they have started to rebound nicely, and they have outperformed the MSCI World Index by a significant way in the past 2 years. This, we think, illustrates the fact that earnings have accelerated in the past 2 years. And we actually think that in the long term, things will continue to develop in the right way as companies seize new growth opportunities and are able to continue and increase their profit margin. So for shareholders in the long term, definitely premium brands is a good investment.